Of course, this excites me. So I turn the handle and go in, and I enter this large cacophonous of a room, and it's a gorgeous room with thousands of people. I did not expect that at all. A woman hostess greets me and says, "Welcome to the room of good intentions." And she's looking perfect. Even the hair is perfectly placed. And women, that's a lot of work to go over and do. I mean, I have a wife and 3 daughters, and it's like a lot of hair care products and everything else. So this is just a lot of work. The makeup, she looks like a model. Nothing is out of place. She even has that Colgate perfect smile. The words seem unsettling when she said the about welcome to the room of good intentions, but I ignore it because I'm excited. She asked me, "How am I?" And I express my excitement. I'm so glad to be here. I'm glad I'm with a solid, sold out crowd for Jesus. But sometimes I feel bad, and we don't always have, and I don't always have great days. And the hostess stops me in mid sentence and silences me and passes me a mask. I look up from her, and I look in the distance of the crowd of thousands of people, and everyone's shaking their head to tell me to put it on. So I put the mask on, and I say, "It's fine. Just fine." Have you been in this situation? Have you gone over and seen this situation in your life? Have you seen this in your workplace? Have you seen this in your church? Have you seen this in your home? How do you feel when you hear that saying, "I'm fine"? I know for me, I'm not fine, and we're going to get into that probably next week, but we're going to continue on. So I go back, and I think I should retract for a bit. And everyone goes back in their conversations. And this is the room of good intentions. As I look through the building, it puts a mansion to shame. Like if you ever guys been to Newport, Rhode Island, which is my home state is Rhode Island. And yes, it does exist. Yes, it's 50 square miles. A quahog is not a city. It is a shellfish indigenous to the Rhode Island Sound. And yes, coffee syrup does exist. I can give you all that information on the page later if you want to know that stuff. But it takes a Newport mansion, maybe a mansion up in Seattle, and it puts it to shame. It seems so beautiful that I feel awkward sitting on the furniture. The ballrooms, the dining halls, and the living quarters have that same feel. And I look at the back wall, and there's a banner back there. Again, something I don't expect to see. And it says, "Working on my sin to achieve an intimate relationship with God." Let me say that again. The banner says, "Working on my sin to achieve an intimate relationship with God." What do you think of this statement? How does it resonate with you? What are your thoughts? Have you even heard of some type of thing? Go over and give us a call back at 253-584-1480 or give us a shout back at the Back to Basics page. So I go back and I say, wow, someone's been saying what I've experienced all these years. So I always thought that was the problem. And now I can shrink that dot and go over it. And God, I will fix this. And someday I'll be close and I'm yelling at God. And I think at least I'm talking to God, but I'm actually yelling at God. I'm like, "God, I love you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to fix this big hole of sin. And we're going to be close and we're going to be intimate." And the thing is that I'm not intimate at all. And for now, we're going to continue that conversation another time. So I'm going to take about 1 or 2 minutes to pray to let you guys think about this. I know we're ending this show short, but I want you to think about these things on these statements on like the room talking of the room of good intentions. How does it feel to you? How is working on my sin to achieve an intimate relationship with God resonate with you? And we will continue the conversation later. So let me pray, and then we're going to close out. So, dear Jesus, thank you for this time. Thank you for the opportunity to go teach this radio show. Even if it's short, long, or indifferent, that you go over and you are King. Let us go over and think on how we live our lives in grace, how we live our rooms in the pleasing God room. How does the room of good intentions go over and resonate with us? And how working on my sin is to achieve an intimate relationship with God. And I thank you for this time. Amen. So, thank you for this time on the show today. I hope and pray that you guys go over and continue the conversation with us later. And hopefully we can get our sponsors on the radio. And hope you guys have a great and blessed day. Thank you.
seemed to fall asleep. There was so much on my mind, searching for that peace, but the peace I could not